parodies a matter. When heated, the resin forms a hard coat.
Incoming Zara! Wait for you! That's one for us.
This used to be a good fishing spot, until something started dragging people away.
Next one's mine!
Even Pargrunan walls can't stand against this place.
Let's see what you got.
Mogren's fury. Keep it away from gunpowder, or you'll be as bald as me. Everything out here's been getting more aggressive. Militia's trying to hold the wilds out however they can.
Who's ready for more?
Careful. Looks like spiders nearby.
Hey! Over here!
Ready, aim. Unseen.
Come and get me!
Wilds are getting deadlier by the day, but people have to eat. Right behind you.
Make way! Glad you're on my side.
Seek!
A rot seeps through here. Who poisons us? We cannot see.
Odd. Didn't used to be this overgrown. I can take care of that if you want. I'm always telling visitors we're not as crazy as they've heard.
Aye, aye.
I got a bad feeling about whatever that bear's chomping on. That's a bad way to go.
Here it comes.
It's almost like the brambles are trying to crush that house.
you.
I was just getting warmed up.
Where did all these brambles come from? And so quickly. Star-ups. They don't usually venture out here. Wonder what's got them riled up. Quiet as the depths.
Lights are on my side.
Something here feels off.
Stand back.
The scourge invades. Claw it out. It breathes. It is close.
That's the claviger. What happened?
Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after. Are you blind? We're being hunted. Get rid of the band. We'll talk after.
This one's mine.
Take that, you monstrosity! Well done!
What happened to that bear?
Poor bastard. One of Ludwine's toy soldiers. I never even learned their name. Not that it would have done us any good. Oh, my savior. Oh, thank the gods. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. Good people. And a good claviger.
And a capable one. Eamon was no stranger to these wilds. He seemed worried last time we spoke. Now I see why.
Ambassador Falchion Heelguard at your service. And you must be our Imperial envoy. Better late than never, I say. Keep it close until we're back at the embassy. I prefer to take bad news in the comfort of my office. Aren't you going to introduce me to your capable companion? Can he be trusted? I found it pays to be prudent about the company you keep in Paradise. The Empire doesn't have many friends on these shores.
Hey, not with that attitude.
I'm charmed. I take it you had business with the claviger? Poor fellow. It was the bear that killed him, of course. This wilderness has been a little too wild of late. I'm no woodsman, but I'm inclined to agree. We heard alarming reports of a blight in the wilderness, and a strange corruption moving toward the city. The changes in the ecosystem are expected, but this one was progressing too rapidly to ignore. We tracked the corruption all the way here, but all we found was that creature gone mad. So, the rumors of plague were true. The situation is more dire than I imagined. We need a plan of action before whatever this is consumes the living lands.
We are here. Come to us. Commune with us. We have waited for you. Come.
What's the matter? Can you hear me? Well, that's encouraging. The Emperor trusts your judgment, and so do I. Whatever you think is best, I'll support it. You know something of our troubles. That much is clear. What would you have us do? You suspect a connection. Interesting. Ardra is said to be filled with essence, soul stuff. Maybe the essence will respond to a godlike's touch. Oh, just be careful. The Emperor would never forgive me if anything happened to you.
Take it slow. We'll be right here.
It is you. Come closer. We feared you were but a dream. We awake from seasons of slumber. We have been waiting. A colony of insects. The many united by one purpose. Mycelia twining through the loam, taking and giving in equal measure. We are the ache in the land, the roots that run deep. And you are familiar to us. Our memories are fractured, but you too are alone in your strangeness. Godlike. This term means nothing to us. But why would you belong to another, shackled to their will? Shackled like us to rot and corruption. It spreads and festers and seeps and crawls. Poor bear. Poor us. Poor you. Yes, the air sings with its spores. It is everywhere. We can feel it. We fear it. We can see where it spreads. It is an infection. A foreign body invades. The host fights back. We feel the pain of this intrusion. It overwhelms us. If an animal sickens after a fight, as it howls and sings its agony, what do you do? Nurse it, care for it, grow it like the vines. We were loved once, perhaps. We remember, almost. A thought, like motion in the water. The rot festers. We could suck the poison out, let green things grow in its place, and we could give you the gift of our healing touch. But a favor for a favor. Would you help us in return when we ask it? We offer you the power to heal and be healed, and you would wheedle and bargain? Decide, do you wish this power or not? A favor for a favor then. This place shall heal, and you shall know our power. We tire. New again this world, new again words. We will find you soon.
Incredible. Envoy, I don't know what you did, but that was miraculous.
You all right? You look like you were in a trance for several minutes.
What happened? What can you recall? Spare no detail. An attack on your very soul. Well, such an event could have killed someone, or worse.
Be careful where you go saying that. Nowadays, that kind of talk makes people nervous.
Inquisitor Ludwig will need to hear of this. I've agreed to share my findings with the Steel Garrote, as long as they do the same. Not that she has any interest in ecology. Ludwig is obsessed with our security, sees enemies lurking around every corner. The Steel Garrote provide us some much-needed protection, but they answer only to themselves. We have our interest in the living lands, and they have theirs. A mutually beneficial arrangement. Stay out of their way, and they'll return the favor. We'll talk more at the embassy. I'll ensure the Paradise militia give you free passage into the city. Envoy, what you've done here is truly amazing. Let's keep up the good work, eh?
Just watch your step. There are swaths of the city barely more civilized than this. Whatever the Inquisitor's like, she can't be worse than that babe. Can she? you are, full of surprises, envoy. I'd heard godlights have strange powers, but I've never known one to heal an entire grove. Guess your Emperor really did send the right person for the job, huh? Still, you have your work cut out for you, Paradise. Enjoy the calm while you can.
The path to Paradise is a tad overgrown, but I can find my way back.
Old fella who used to live here ended up in one of those shanties by the dock. Now I see why.
Be safe!
Alright! Take your best shot. Just like the good old days.
In Rawata, you don't abandon good supplies. I wonder what happened here. I get the feeling sometimes that this island has it in for all of us. That looks valuable. Want to do the honors and open it?
Coming in hot.
The Living Lands is scattered with old Parkroom and ruins like this. Good builders and explorers. Now, the last of them live in an old keep in Galawain's tusks. This island's never taken kindly to settlers.
And rough!
Nice shot! Is that all you got?
you're gonna shoot that thing, keep your distance. Hey, that looks like a totem to your burned queen. The so-called godless people. Disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by. You take lead.
Let's see what you got. Hold it, you. Another glorious battle.
Feel safe!
Right flank. That's not hitting hard enough. Time. Take the stand a chance.
Feel safe!
Ready, aim.
Sink!
Here we go! To your left!
Locals call this the Pilgrim's Path, but no one really uses it anymore. Great view, isn't it? You can even see Fort Northreach in the distance. No. Too soon?
If you traveled weeks to see him, you can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
Some crusty old priest isn't going to change that. The Temple of Aethys is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home because the goddamn temple is closed. Why do you give a fuck? Oh shit. Oh shoot. Oh drat.
Idiot. You do not recognize your Emperor's favorite dignitary? If you are smart, you will have her relieved. She is terrible at her job, I say. Kara, I have many more words for your envoy yet.
I'll admit, I'm surprised to see you walking, envoy. I thought you,
What say? Not die, surely.
When your ship never made it to harbor, we thought, pirates. But here you are, with your noble bearing and, genteel features, and all your organs in one place. Right. Forget I said anything.
Eora, an excellent question. Holy One, please. I say you must make her see reason.
As I've told Kalya here, there's a venture underway inside. The Free Expedition Corps is exploring a cave system that holds a temple of Aethys. There's an old man in there, calls himself the Oracle. I guess he's got something they want. And uncouth pilgrims will only get in the way.
Your expedition has been gone 3 days, Sejuan. I say they are dead. You will let her go and not me. I see.
Who said I was letting her go? Well, my orders say no one.
Eora, yes. Tell the envoy about your precious orders. I could recite them in my sleep.
Right. Sorry, envoy. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They planned for a day's journey, but they've been gone for more than 3. Something must have held them up. Our freak mentioned traps and earthquakes and...
The Oracle who maintains the temple is a godlike of Aethys, so there is no telling what he is capable of.
They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. Well, you'll certainly be hip-deep in no time. Good luck.
That spear looks adherent, all right. Guess we're on the right track. Think someone gave up on this? Or think the tripwire got him? That's it. Door's open. Unseen, unheard. Now we know why the expedition team abandoned that puzzle.
Good fight.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Something stirs here.
Blood and a broken tripwire. Someone got clumsy. Look at that. That statue. How did anyone build that all the way down here?
Rituals, whispers of searing light.
Right behind you. Zorros. Want a sneaker fight?
After...
Hold it together, kid. We're nearly there.
You're not my brother. I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Galloway's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
Not with that. No. Oh, you mean healing him. Sorry, I'm all out of potions. I don't know any healing magic either.
Magic? I had to learn some magic, but only the kind that explodes. I don't want to explode. Please help me. Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here? Free Expedition Corps out of High Crown. Yeah, that's us. Well, that's me anyway. The rest of those assholes went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Cadman, honest. Oh shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell our freak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. It's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in. Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yeda's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah. When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the dream scourge to me, Envoy.
I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike, just like him.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
Well, he's touched by Aethys, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old. And I don't mean elf old, he's extra old, like Aethys has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
He used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it to him. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's building something. A statue of Aethys, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after all Aethys did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore. He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here. It's a lucky thing you found me then. Right, yeah. You got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand. Maybe one of Juliana's girls will too. So, the kid said the expedition team went deeper, looking for the Oracle. I say we head after him. Quiet as the depths.
Come and get me! Out of the way!
Didn't realize the head of the Steel Garrote was into antiques. I see someone. Be ready for anything.
Aethys? Can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you. It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamas, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space? Then Sargamas spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him. I am that same Sargamas, though it has been some time since a man has knelt before me and begged absolution, as Hamka did. The people do not hold to the gods any longer, and they do not hold to their servants. We live in a time of disbelief. The gods are absent, and have recalled their gifts from the world. Avarice reigns. Acquisition is the faith to which all men bow. But perhaps there is hope. You have read the Book of Verses, and we are here together, if only briefly. In this moment, we are not entirely alone. Indeed. It has been my obsession these last few years, hewn by my own hands from stone in Ardra, and no small degree of melancholy. I suspect it will be my last great labor before this body is returned to the earth, and I am returned to my god. And not a library, a clinic, something that might bring a greater good into this benighted world. I leave such projects to the children of Helia, Margarin, even Wal in their way. No, a statue is what my lord deserves. A graven image for a remorseless god. Cold as winter light, distant as the tallest peaks of the White March, fit only for he who stares at history and does not blink. What an impertinent question! Indeed, my soul has dwelled in this form for centuries, beyond even the lifespan of the longest-lived elf. My lord Aethys inspired my birth in the same year the kingdom of Adir was founded. You might say my birth heralded the empire you now serve. Many, yes. Some that inspired awe, others dread. For a time, I proselytized among the colonists who first settled Glanfath. I held the door of my parish church against an onslaught of Glanfathan raiders, and I watched them fall prostrate before my light. I tended the wounded in the Broken Stone War, the War of Black Trees, the War of Defiance, and in many wars that were never given the dignity of a name, and since have been forgotten. I can hardly recall them anymore. That is a question for my lord. I have asked him many times, but even when he spoke to me, he would not say. I suspect it is his essence that has kept me alive, And now that he has abandoned this world, well, I soon expect to die. Not anymore. Is that what they're calling him now? I heard the man that was Widewind speak when he was but a farmer. He had a presence even then, furious, incandescent. It was astonishing, his power. I wonder, had my lord already made a home in his body by then? Did my lord share with Widewind his plans to wage a pointless, bloody war while wearing the poor man's face? What a grave injustice. To have your body stolen and be made into a saint. Tragic Widewind. Pitiable Widewind. I grieve for what became of him. God help me. I do. The Deerwood has been a troubled place since the very moment of its inception. Conflicts erupted as regularly as spring flowers, to bloom and die as swiftly. So, there is always some dark corner in need of light, if you'll indulge me in the metaphor. Truthfully, I had been jailed for proselytizing in Colklin, and it was to the colonies I was exiled. So it was the Deerwood or death. I had nowhere else to go. About 630, yes, give or take a decade. One does lose count. In prayer, in dreams, as I ate and loved and labored, his voice was a constant murmuring in my ear. But when I spoke to him, he never did reply. So, do not mistake his talking for a conversation. He only wanted to be heard. Because you are my sister, and I want someone to know. I am as you are, though I do not care for the word. Aethys the Dawntreader is my lord and patron. If you will forgive me saying so, I am surprised to meet you here. Even before the vanishing of our kind, it had been some years since a child of Galawain came to speak with me. And I have never seen a member of the Lord of the Hunt's coterie whose visage resembles yours. Ah, of course. I should not have assumed. I have had the great privilege to speak with thousands of our kind during my long life. And you do not resemble a single one of them. But if not Galawain, I cannot imagine who else among the Pantheon might have blessed you. My relationship with my lord has oftentimes been the one succor through difficult seasons of my life. I hope that when you find your patron, it is the same for you. May I ask, as a god's child, did your earthly parents love you? Even many kith untouched by gods are not so lucky. I suppose it's not impossible, but the gods typically make themselves known to us in our earliest days, before we have left the comfort of the womb. They are present in our hearts and mind before we even have a notion of I at all. I am sorry. Yours is an unusual case. Tell me, this voice in your head, do you want it to be your god? I am afraid that not even your god may tell you that. Answering that question is the soul's true purpose. It is the work of your life. And I suspect neither you nor I will ever know for certain. We can only remain open to curiosity and willing to be surprised. Other than a symptom of madness, you mean? You do not seem especially troubled. No more than any kith subject to life's uncertainties. As to what the voice is, if it is unlikely to be a god, I cannot say. It may be a particularly powerful soul attempting to control you, or the echoes of a past life. Perhaps it is the sending of an archmage, or some ancient construct of Engwithin make. Or it may just be the beginnings of the Dream Scourge. Whatever this voice is, I suspect only an expert in souls can say. There are many theories, which the holy and learned of Eora have only just begun to argue. But you did not ask me for theories. Frankly, I do not know for certain. However, I believe the gods are preparing for war. A war of all against all. A struggle between destiny and design. Who yokes the soul of the world? Whose machinations turn the wheel? Who acts and whom is acted upon? That is the ultimate power, sister. The only power there is. To decide the fate of another, and to make it so. For so long as we have lived, it is the gods who have decided for us. But change is possible, if we are brave enough to want it. And kith have lately grown very brave indeed. Be welcome, for you have found it. People like you and I once sought this place in moments of spiritual turmoil, when the world and our souls could not find rest. Moments of war, famine, massacres. when those such as us are called upon to speak the gods' wills and to lead. But I have seen not one of us these last 3 years, and it is rare indeed that pilgrims come to pray. Perhaps our meeting now is the work of immortal hands. I pray that it is so. Godlike. Such a meager word for us, who are the gods' eyes and ears and hearts. We are the phenomena through which the gods experience the world. We are as like the gods as a finger is like a man. You and I and our raptured brethren, we are the gods themselves.
That's all very poetic, but it doesn't answer the question. Is this place special to godlikes?
It had been once, when we were legion, but no longer. Our kind came here to find fellowship and understanding, in a world determined to bend us to its purposes. Consider a child of Rimagond. Yoked to the Oryx's will, they are born already in decay. They are divine lepers, revered and reviled both. Their burdens are immeasurable, but they have been touched by the divine, so their gifts are as well. Only those like us can truly understand that balance, its agonies and its ecstasies. An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
An expedition? You know, treasure maps, matching outfits, campfire songs, the works.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Aethys we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here? It's a reasonable question, I'll grant you. You must understand, this place has seen so few visitors for so long that I often retreat into my private quarters, to read, you understand, or pray, or sleep. Age has made me slow. I tire easily. I sleep now more hours than I wake. They could have already come and gone, and I would be none the wiser. In any case, you haven't told me what it was they searched for. Or do you not know? Ah, the splinter of Aethys. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss. The splinter of Aethys is a sliver of shinbone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond. The splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice. It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
If you're about to ask us to tidy up, think again. My place is a much bigger mess.
Oh, no. I had something far grander in mind. You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Aethys in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way. I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister.
bridge is out, but that looks like the way to the Relic. This reminds me of the Strangle route. But how is anything this big growing all the way down here?
Another win, but who's counting? Stand back. Here it comes.
6 years in Dawnshore, and I never knew something this big was under our feet the whole time. Where now? Dreamscorch ahead. I hate to think it reaches all the way down here.
Thorns beside violets, essence twisted out of shape. A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kinda nice. Good eyes.
take lead.
There's the relic. It can't be as easy as just grabbing it. Can't. There must have... No one said anything about tight spaces.
Oh no, you don't! What for you?
False idol. It waits.
Something's moving in the main chamber. Show me what you got! We make a good squad.
That earthquake must have knocked something loose. Well, better a flood than a cave-in. Something's not right here. Take a look around. Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here? They can't have come the same way we did. We swam here. What's stranger is there's not a scratch on them. No sign of what killed them. It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed. Somehow, I don't think the professional cave delvers died of fright. Something killed them, and it's just us and him in here. You think he's building a what? A giant animat? I've heard of those, but I've never seen one. They're suits of armor brought to life by bound souls, right? The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Aethys, right? There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Ukaizo. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth, or perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Aethys is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place? Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness?
I don't know what this guy's capable of, but I've got your back.
There you are. I worried for you when the earth shook.
Lies like wasps.
You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Aethys? Ah, I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine. Yes, you and you alone see my purpose clearly. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. With your help, I shall give them a new commission. To prosecute the redemption of a god. you understand me? What is the source of all suffering? Our division from God. Not our division from them, no, but their division from us. It is a wound the size of the soul, yet it gapes as large as the world. If we are to alleviate suffering, if the gods, if Aethys is to atone, we must give him a mortal consciousness. We must give him a mortal conscience. Or the atrocities of the Deadfire and the Saints' War will be but preludes to the horrors he will sow across Eora. Even the Redeemer needs redemption. Even the gods must be held to account. Aethys must be stopped. Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect? Do you imagine I do not feel the presence of my god near us? Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Aethys' body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer. But I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary, with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it? I cannot say. But when I return to the wheel, I pray I do not see Aethys there, for it will mean that I have failed. You see, my sister, you must understand. I am willing to endure a life of greatest loneliness, so that he may repent.
Look, I'm all for second chances, but restoring the god who started the Saints' War and left a trail of corpses and Deadfire? Even I can see that's a bad idea. And I can't imagine a worse fate than spending an eternity as one of those poor souls stuck with him. I've heard I can change him before.
Aethys is weak, if he persists at all. He expended tremendous soul energy manifesting in the body of Moros Nua and marching it across the Deadfire. By the time he reached Ukaizo, he was spent and used the very last of his power to destroy the wheel. The god that is left is but a wisp of purpose, floating through the beyond. It is that wisp I will capture. I see. Why? Then I shall simply take the splinter from your corpse. I do not wish to pursue violence, but I will if I must. This is the work of my life. Now, the relic, if you please. If it must come to this, so be it.
We will seek!
You're mine now!
I guess that's justice. Why couldn't he have just stuck to sculpture?
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you. We sense weight on you. Essence. Yes, we know this melody. A part of the statue, a piece that yearns for its true place. Combine them. Join soul into body. Let it sing for us. It dreams in colors we have never seen. Would we use it? We cannot know. It must be complete. Feast? Famine? We could not say. The Adra dulls our mind. We sense an acorn. Possibility. Dear Rose, where does it stop? We do not control its feet. But hurry. The roots twist. The earth heaves underneath the stone. The eaves cannot hold.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
host, form-given life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout, fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed, a secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift? We are not sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean? Sift our fingers through sand? A shard of Adra tethers it to us. Yet it is weak. A quagmire of essence occludes its veins. If we had time to tend it, perhaps we could find a way. This prison holds us, silences us. The years fade like leaves. We have no memory of summer, warm fire, soothing rain. We could walk gently in this body, tend, grow, learn anew. But we must claim it. A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Free this obstruction, then when our prison bars fall, we will see. New earth to till, new flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
Guess his work on that statue didn't leave much time for renovations.
Never thought I'd be so relieved to see paradise. Unseen, unseen. Just like the good old days. Aye, aye.
Sink!
How'd you do that? Another down.
Sink! Sink!